So recently, me and my sister finished rewatching Hannah Montana, and we realized Miley is the worst character ever. So a lot of people on the internet seem to collectively agree that Tori Vega is the worst character on Victorious, and that's for good reason, and there's plenty of videos on YouTube to show you why, but no one seems to ever talk about how bad Miley is, and she's actually worse than Tori. Believe it or not, she is worse than Tori. She makes Tori seem likable. When it comes to Hannah Montana, I always see people only talk about the transition music, like the little, yeah, you know, that stuff. But nobody ever talks about how rude, mean, and terrible Miley is. So Miley has like a lot of traits that make her terrible. First, she's selfish. She makes everything about herself, and like, yeah, the show is centered around her and she's the main character, but she's obnoxiously self-centered. She constantly makes her problems everyone else's and is always dragging her friends, mainly Lily, into a situation to like help her in whatever problem that she's dealing with. I highly recommend for you to sit down and watch the entire series to see how selfish she is in all the moments, because I mean, I can list like basically every episode where she shows how selfish she is. Like, her grandma came and she got mad that her grandma was showing attention more to Jackson than to Miley/Hannah. I'm like, girly, sit down somewhere. Jackson deserves some attention and some love too. Or like the time where she wanted a new phone, even though she just got a phone. So then she makes Lily help her so that she can get a fake paparazzi picture to sell it and then get the new phone. Lily doesn't have to do all of that. Or the time where she wants to go to Florida to show off to Michaela, but her dad's back gets injured, and she cares more about going to Florida and showing off to Michaela than she cares about her injured dad. Like, he's the one that gives you everything, and yet you're doing him like that. Or the time where she involves Lily to ruin a movie set because she's jealous of Jake and Michaela working together. Like, why do you have to drag Lily into every single little scheme? She does that so many times. Like, Lily does not owe you that. You don't have to keep involving her into your problems. Like, ooh, that gets me heated. This is something that really bothers me about Miley's character, is that she's always lying. She can never be honest to anybody. She can never be honest to Lily, Oliver, Jackson, or her dad. She's lied to them repeatedly, like over the series, over and over again. No matter how many times her dad sits her down at the end of an episode to teach her a lesson, she does the same thing every time. Like, she lied to Lily about a party being canceled because she didn't want to tell Lily that she was a little bit embarrassing to be around with. She lied about Lily sounding good on a song that Lily recorded for her mom. She lied about helping Lily to go to the Washington, D.C. trip. Miley even lied to Lily in the very last episode, or like the last 2 episodes, about going to college because Miley got a part in a movie, or an offer in a movie, and instead of going to college, she wants to take the part, but she lies to Lily and pretending that she's still gonna go to college. Like, girlie, just give it up. Say the truth. Say the truth. It's actually so annoying how much she lies. Like, I don't get why go through the trouble of lying. She can just never be honest with anybody. And this is just like the main parts. Like, Lily is the main person she lies to, Lily and her dad, but everybody else she will lie to too. And something I never noticed when I was younger and watching the show is how often Miley insults people and insults her own quote-unquote best friend.
Please, you're upsetting the patient.
Have you seen your eyeshadow? Honey, you're upsetting the patient.
Yeah, I have. And I've also met your uptight mother. Coolfish! Yeah, just like your mother. Yeah, my mom can be a wee bit uptight.
A wee bit. Jeez.
All right, 1800, but that saddle makes you look hippie.
Well, at least he has hips, you gutless jellyfish.
I get it, you're nervous. You haven't seen Oliver in 2 months and you're scared that he's gonna walk in, take one look at you and go, ooh, she is not as pretty as I remembered.
Miley is also a really big hypocrite. She tells Lily that looks don't matter when Lily is insecure about her glasses, yet she goes and covers up a pimple on her billboard. And then there was a time where Miley doesn't want Jackson to cheat on a test because that's dishonest or whatever, yet she's in a fake relationship for publicity. And then she used Willis to make Jake jealous and get mad at Willis for using her. Like, you was doing the same thing that he did to you. Usually in series, characters change from the first episode to the last episode. There's usually some growth, some sort of character development, but with Miley's character, it was not like that. She got worse, if anything. Miley in season 1 isn't even close to how utterly annoying and self-centered Miley in season 4 is. And you can even argue that Miley was a kid in the first season, which justifies her selfish and careless actions, which makes more sense. And in season 1, she wasn't constantly just thinking about herself. Her friendships with Lily and Oliver seemed a lot more genuine. She also didn't give herself constant compliments like in season 3 or season 4. Her character was more likable and charming in the first season and second season. Miley was this super sassy yet charming girl, and it comes off as that in the first 2 seasons, but as it continues, she just comes off as a conceited, selfish, spoiled brat. All those little life lessons that she would get at the end of each episode basically served her nothing, because she would constantly do the same things, the same type of mistakes over again. And I know this is just a kids show and maybe I'm reading a little bit too much into it, but nah. If y'all want to be coming for Tori Vega, which I totally agree because she is still the worst character on Victorious, come for Miley Stewart. And not only did this show make Miley unbearable, they did one character, one really good character so dirty, and that is Jake Ryan. And so does the internet. For some reason, the internet doesn't like Jake Ryan either, and I don't understand why. So Jake Ryan was a love interest for Miley on and off throughout the series, and he first appeared in season 1, episode 14 as a new kid in school. And Miley hated him at first, and how him being famous got him special treatment, and how big his head was about it. They basically end up confessing feelings for each other, and after their first kiss, Jake tells Miley he has to leave for a movie. In season 2, Jake comes back fighting for Miley's affection. He falls from the damn sky and brings her a rose and chocolates and spoils her with gifts just to win her back. But he has to fake date a girl for his new movie, so Miley doesn't take him back. But on live TV during the movie premiere, Jake accidentally confesses his love for Miley, and then they get back together. And the second part of that 2-part special, Jake doesn't really adapt to normal life and is really obnoxious about it, which makes Miley break up with him. Note that she breaks up with him. Yes, he was being annoying about having to act normal while dating Miley since she's not famous and she doesn't want the fame and attention, but he didn't actually break her heart like everyone likes to claim he did. Later in season 2, in episode 18, Jake comes back and they try to be friends, but Miley gets jealous over him and Michaela working together in a movie, and then she sabotages a day on set to try to get Michaela out of the movie. And then in season 3, he first comes back in episode 16 where he pranks Hannah for a TV show that he's getting married to Hannah's celebrity socialite friend Tracy. And then Hannah / Miley really doesn't want him to get married, and it's obvious that the main reason is because she still has feelings for him. And then 2 episodes later, there's another 2-part special about Jake coming back, and Jake and Miley are back together. Miley keeps the relationship a secret from her friends and family until they end up finding out. In this episode, Miley and Jake seem so sure about their feelings for each other until Miley catches feelings for Jesse. And Jesse is a guitar player in her band, and they end up liking each other. So Miley catches feelings for Jesse, and this is where I say that Miley cheated on Jake. Emotionally cheated. Like, cheating isn't just physical, okay? And Disney obviously didn't know that. Miley was trying to finish writing a song and Jesse was helping her out, and they had like a moment, so in my head, that's cheating. Anyways, later in that episode, Miley tells Jesse that she really wants to kiss him. She gets real close to kissing him too, until she stops herself, but she didn't stop herself from saying that she really wants to kiss him. And as she was saying that, Jake walks in. If I were Jake and I walked in on Miley saying that she really wants to kiss another guy, I would have handled it way more aggressive than what he did. He basically just told her to like let him know when she knows what she wants, basically. So later in that episode, both Jake and Jesse call Miley, and they both tell her that they just want her to be happy. Jesse says that too, like whatever. But Jake saying that when he really just got cheated right in front of him, and he's being that mature. Are you really gonna tell me that Jake is this jerk that you guys all like to make him seem like he is? Anyways, Miley ends up picking Jake because they had so much history, and when she saw Jesse's picture fall from her lap, she was disappointed it wasn't Jake's. And then after that, season 3 doesn't even mention Jake anymore, and neither does season 4 until episode 5. And man, I hate episode 5 of season 4. I mean, I hate all of season 4, but I really hate episode 5. So basically in that episode, Oliver comes back from tour and he shows Lily a picture of Jake cheating on Miley, and Miley ends up finding out and breaks up with him during a Christmas shoot thingy. All of their history and the Jake versus Jesse special, all of that just for nothing. Like, all they went through, especially Jake, to get a shitty ending to their relationship. Are you kidding me? This man was in every season. This man was with her from the start, and yet that's the ending you give him? Listen, Jake was annoying with not being able to act normal, but truly that's all he ever really did. Jake grew and matured more than anything, something Miley didn't do at all. He learned how to act normal, he got his shit together, and that's the kind of treatment he gets. And for Miley to end up with Jesse, it didn't even feel right. Like, Jesse and Miley didn't have the same sparks that Jake and Miley did. They had no chemistry. With Jake and Miley, you could see how much they wanted each other even before they dated. Jake was her best boyfriend. The writers in season 4 must have been different or lazy, or different and lazy, because writing him off the show by having him cheat is so unlikely with how far he's actually grown as a person based off the previous episodes. It was a cheap shot just to have Miley end up with Jesse for I don't even know what. There would have been a better impact with the show ending and having Miley end up with Jake, since he's been there since season 1. And the show ended with Miley getting a movie deal. If she were with Jake, they could have written them having a movie deal together, and that would have been way better and way cuter than her and Jesse being together. Really, when you look at how horribly Miley got, Jake is really better off without her. It's also incredibly annoying how that episode in season 4 really gave Jake no personality. When you look at it, when you look at the progression, when you look at all their history, all of that for what? It would have just made way more sense for Miley to end up with Jake. I don't know why people keep rooting for Jesse. I don't know why people hate Jake and act like Jake did something terribly wrong. Like, I don't know why they always make it seem like Jake broke Miley's heart. When you really look at it, he didn't do anything other than not being able to act normal. Yet he comes back and learns how to act normal. He's like better. He's fine. It's Miley who's like doing all these stupid things. It was Miley who gave up on him not acting normal. She could have easily helped him. It was Miley easily catching feelings for Jesse. She had said to Jesse that Jake could be the one. If he really were the one, would you really switch up your feelings like that? Would you really catch feelings for some other man like that? I don't think so, honey. You're the one with the problems. Don't do my man Jake like that, okay? Like Jake Ryan, I'm here for you. Me and my sister are here for you. Oh my god, I'm mad. This is making me heated. Me and my sister couldn't stop talking about how annoying that was and how much Jake Ryan deserved better. But you know what? He kind of did get better, because Miley doesn't deserve him. Miley does not deserve him. With how annoying and rude and bratty she is, she does not deserve a man like Jake Ryan. Okay, let me tell you that. Anyways, after me getting a little heated again about this, you can just let me know. Do you think that Jake deserved better? Because if you do, then your opinion is right. And if you don't, then I know it's just an opinion, but it's wrong. Well, that was the end of the video. And yeah, bye.